Today we'll read Chapter 1, Representation of Geographical Features, Globes and Maps. Here you look at this picture. This is globe. It is a 3D model of the earth. It shows shapes, size and location of all continents and oceans. The top point of the globe is called North Pole, means this point is called North Pole, and this point is called South Pole. And the imaginary lines that were drawn on the globe are called equator. It is running horizontally on the globe, divides it into two equal parts. The half to the north of the equator is called northern hemisphere, and the other half, south part, is called southern hemisphere. Now, what is a globe? As we know that the earth is spherical in shape, we represent the whole earth by globe. A globe has axis which enables the globe to rotate the globe freely. The location and shapes of the continents can be seen on a globe. The globe has two lines used to locate the places. However, it is a small size feature, and the important features of Earth cannot be shown on it. Features like rivers, deserts, highlands can be seen, but only in limited. It represents the world on the flat surface. It is a visual representation of Earth. It is a pictorial representation of the Earth or world on a plain paper. But it cannot represent Earth's surface as accurately as a globe. Next is sketch. Sketch is a rough drawing of place, and it is not drawn to the scale. It is used for specific purposes like route from one place to another. It does not represent the distances and directions. It only represents or shows the relevant details. It can be drawn quickly from one's memory. Next is plan. Now, plan. Plan is a detailed representation of small area. Like your school may have plan of school compound showing the various buildings, playgrounds. Means हमारे स्कूल में क्या है, हमारे स्कूल का भी एक प्लान है जिसमें ये बताया जाता है कि कहाँ पर बिल्डिंग्स हैं, कहाँ पर प्लेग्राउंड है और कहाँ पर गार्डन है. Now we'll take a glance of map, plan and sketch. What's a map? A map is drawn to show large area. Means the main purpose of map is to shown large area. Plan, it shows small buildings or small areas, and sketch, it shows small building and small area. They both shows the same things. Map are drawn to large scale. It is drawn to large scale, means at large paper. Plans may have scales. They have scales. Now, what is scale? Like, we cannot show the actual size of Earth on map, so we require a scale. For example, the distance between two cities is about 150 kilometer. It is impossible to show the entire distance on the map. We choose a easier method to show this distance called scale. In the scale, we can take 150 kilometers at 1.5 centimeters. In this way, we can easily show the long distances. Means plans may have scales and sketches are never drawn to scale. This is an important point. Sketches are never drawn to scale. Maps cannot depict each and every detail. Means every detail cannot be depicted through maps. Plans show more details about an area and sketches may show or may not show the details of an area because it's a rough representation. Sketch is what? Sketch is a rough representation. Now map takes long time to prepare. Plans do not take much time to prepare and sketches can be easily drawn. Next, maps show distance, location, direction and distribution of features and themes. Plans show limited features of small area and sketches only shows the relevant details. Now next is importance of maps. What is the importance of map? Map is easy to handle, like we can hold it easily. It can be folded or rolled up. Hence we can carry it everywhere. And it is especially useful for navigators and travelers. Now next is it shows important details of small area, so it is very informative. It is useful to show town planners, administrators and military. Next importance is it may show particular features and it only shows the particular features such as political division, physical divisions and population. And we can use or appropriate colors and symbols to depict these things, features. This makes theme-based regional studies easier. Now one quick point we'll learn, that is, what is cartography? A cartography is the art of drawing maps. Next is elements of maps. There are 5 elements of maps. First is title. What is title? A title is a type of information by which we can determine the map. For example, title, the physical map of India. Next is scale. It is a distance on the map relate to the distance on the ground. We'll study in detail later. North line. It indicates the north direction and help us to find out the direction of any place on the map. What's a grid? Grid is a regular horizontal and vertical line. They are vertical, both horizontal and vertical lines. They help us in finding the direction of the places on the map. Horizontal lines are called northings while vertical lines are called eastings. Legends. They give us information provided on the map and also explains about the various signs, symbols and colors used in the map. For example, northern mountains are shown in brown and northern plains are shown in green. Now scale of a map. As I have earlier told you, what is the scale? Scale is the ratio between distance on the map to the distance on the ground or earth surface. For example, 1:50,000 tell us 1 centimeter on paper. It will represent 50,000 centimeter or half a kilometer on the ground. Scale help us to show large areas of the ground on the small paper. Finding distance from maps. Distance is very important component of map or important feature of map. It represents Earth's surface on a reduced scale. The scale of a map can be shown by the statement such as 1 centimeter is equal to 245 kilometer. A straight line is shown to have the actual distance on the ground. Like in this, it's a portion of town. It shows the area of the school. In this here you can see the distances like 0, 100, 200, 300, 400 and left 50, 100 meter, 150 and so on. Next is finding directions from map. Directions and distances play an important role in preparing and reading maps. Directions are always measured from north. The four major directions are north, south, east and west, and they are called the cardinal directions. The top portion of the map is taken as north, and the opposite end of the north means the bottom one is known as south. A line drawn perpendicular to the north line is called east and west directions. Now, intermediate direction. What are intermediate directions? The intermediate directions are halfway between the direction, like north and east is called northeast. Similarly, the halfway of north and west is called northwest. The direction lies between south and is called southeast, and south and west halfway is called southwest direction. Now, types of maps based on scales. There are two types of maps. First is large scale maps and second one is small scale maps. What are large scale maps? They shows small area in detail representation, like in topographical maps. Minute features means small features like both natural and man-made, such as trees, sand dunes, roads, bridges. Example can be shown on the large scale map with the help of appropriate colors and symbols. In these maps, 1 centimeter may represent only 1 kilometer, like we can see clearly the small features. Small scale maps, they show large area but do not show much more detail about that specific area. For example, 1 centimeter on a map may represent 200 kilometer on the ground. World maps, continent maps, political, physical maps, mineral and agricultural maps, they all are small scale maps. Now, conventional symbols. As we know, the map is a small representation of a large area. Many features like river, road, settlements were given or have to be shown on the map in available limited space. For these, called conventional symbols because they are used and accepted universally. Some of the common conventional symbols are, like look at in this picture, river, it is shown by this symbol, canal by this symbol, tank by this, well this, settlement this, and so on. Next is representation of geographical features through diagrams. Now, what are diagrams? Diagrams are simple figures they use to portray the geographical features. Now, first, river. River is a natural stream or natural body of water which flows from higher to lower ground. It rises or it starts flowing from the highlands such as mountains, hills or plateaus and flows downfall into the seas, lake or another river. The place where the river begins is called source. And what is mouth? It is a place where river ends its journey or rivers discloses. meanders. What are meanders? When river flows down, it develops a winding course. By the irregularities, it form loops, and these loops are called meanders. Next is tributaries. When the small rivers join the main or large river, it enlarges the volume of the main river and are called tributaries. Distributaries. What are distributaries? What are distributaries? Sometimes near the mouth of river, large amount of silt deposits. It open numerous channels or paths of water which carried by the sea. These channels or paths through which the water of the river gets distributed are called distributaries. Deltas. Deltas are the triangular shaped alluvial soil that deposits near the mouth of the river. They were represented by Greek letter delta. Anticline. What is anticline? By the forces of compression from the opposite sides, the upfold part is formed in the fold mountain. They form arch of the mountain. Next is syncline. They are downfolded portion of the fold mountains. Like in this, it's a downfolded and it's a upfolded. Now block mountains. By the earth's movements, cracks or faults occur on its crust. When they are parallel, then the central part shaped the fault makes rift valley. The raised blocks on either side of the rift valley are called block mountains. We'll have a glance of a chapter. Representation of geographical features. First is globe. What's a globe? Globe is a three-dimensional structure of the earth. And map? Map is a representation of the earth on the flat surface. The map is of two types. First is large scale maps and second is small scale map. Next is directions. There are two types of directions. First is cardinal direction and second intermediate direction. Cardinal directions are four directions. The topmost part is north, bottom is south, right is east and left one is west. And second is intermediate direction. They are the halfway direction, like between northwest it is northwest direction. Between the direction northeast it is northeast direction. And same in south and next is conventional symbols. They are used for various features, means they are used to show various features and they are universally accepted. I will ask you some questions. What's a globe? How is it useful? A globe is a small three-dimensional model of the earth. It is useful because it gives most accurate shape of earth and shows major features at glance or part of it. What's a sketch? Sketch is a rough drawing of a place representing some features of an area. What is map? What are different elements of maps? A map is a drawing of the whole earth on a flat surface. Different elements of maps are title, scale, north line, grid and legend. Why is a plan prepared? Plan क्यों बनाया जाता है? Explain the importance of maps. Maps की क्या importance होती है? What are the different elements of maps? The different elements of maps are title. It shows title of the map. Second is scale. It shows relationship between the distance of the ground and the distance on map. North line, it indicates the north direction. Grid, they are regular horizontal and vertical lines on the map. Legend, it shows different symbols and colors used in maps. Next is what are explain the different type of maps based on scale. There are two type of maps. First is large scale map and second is small scale maps. Why are conventional symbols necessary? Conventional symbols क्यों ज़रूरी होते हैं? Thought provoking questions. Why does the map not represent the earth's surface as accurately as a globe? Map does not represent the earth's surface as accurately as globe because it is difficult to represent curved surface of sphere on flat paper. Distortions can take place near the poles. Distinguish between plan and sketch. Sketch और plan में क्या difference है? And differentiate between delta and distributary. Delta और distributaries में क्या difference है? A large natural stream of water which flows from higher to lower land. River, the small rivers that join the main river and enlarge its volume. Tributaries, a triangular shaped alluvial deposit near the mouth of the answer is delta. The upfold of the fold mountain. Anticline, the downfold portion or trough of a fold mountain. Syncline. Maps are never drawn to a scale. False. Plans do not take much time to prepare. Plans को बनाने में ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगता. The type of information that a map shows determines the title. जो मैप के बारे में बताए उसको बोलते हैं टाइटल. Distance is an important component of map. मैप का एक important component क्या है? Distance है. True है या false? The four direction north, south, east, west are called intermediate direction. False. Hope you have understood the chapter well. Thank you.